Are the residents of Arkansas expecting an F1 car to turn up in their backyard? I don't think so. That's the whole point of this exercise, of this amazing exhibition, to bring Formula One and Williams Racing to a brand new audience, and having this great opportunity to present our show car at the Arkansas Museum is something that we're relishing and thoroughly looking forward to.
There may be a surprise to see an F1 car in an art museum in Arkansas, but F1 is this incredible global sport, and with our connection to Stevens and their support of Williams Racing, it made a lot of sense for us to bring a car here to Little Rock and give our museum visitors who are familiar with F1 a chance to see a car up close. What it also does is it helps people see art in a different way. We are literally putting this F1 car on a pedestal because it's a work of art. It's really an example of how form and function need to come together.
I think people can make a lot of assumptions about art. Art can be theater, it can be music. Yes, it is paintings as well, the most traditional form, but it can also be a very fast car.
In Formula One, we are driven by function, but when it comes to the aerodynamics, which is probably the most important part of the performance of our car, then the way the surfaces react tends to naturally allow them to evolve into these sleek and elegant forms. It's not designed to look sleek and elegant as its primary role, it's designed to perform a very specific function. But to make that work, and to make the aerodynamics of it work, it ends up evolving into that kind of shape that we all see and know. Typically what we end up with is something that is advanced from the original concept in both form and function. And so in that respect, it starts almost as an art. Someone needs to visualize it, almost sculpted in their mind.
We think of art as having no rules. Artists really can do anything they want, but I think when you get more into ceramics, metalwork, sculpture, they have to work with physics. They have to work with the rules of their materials. And when you seem to overcome those rules, that's really when you can create amazement. This beautiful building is also a functional design that has a lot of artistry to it. It's in kind of the perfect envelope.
As with the design of the car from an engineering point of view, the livery of the race car also needs to have function. And the function of the livery on an F1 car is to have a really impactful statement around our brand as Williams, and indeed the brands of all of our partners who are proudly displayed on that car as well. It's thanks to partners like Stevens bringing us into new environments, to new audiences, that allows us to expand the reach of F1 and take the sport to audiences that otherwise would not have known we existed.
I was really thrilled when Stevens approached the museum about bringing this F1 car to Little Rock and introducing F1 to Little Rock. Stevens has been one of our most important and steadfast partners.
At Stevens, we like to think big, and in having a great partner in Williams Racing and another in the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, it just became an appropriate venue and something that we wanted to bring to life in a meaningful way. There is great pride in our roots here in Arkansas, and particularly in Little Rock. And that is pervasive across our offices in the US, across our offices in London and Frankfurt. The Stevens family showcases their pride in Little Rock every day, and I think the arts are an extension of that.
The AMFA, it's an important part of the community. I mean, I think a well-rounded city or town, needs good businesses, just like it needs good schools, just like it needs good cultural institutions.
Having an arts presence like the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts is only additive to a community and its culture. And I think there's some circularity there between a museum like that and the community that it resides in, and hopefully over time they reflect each other and improve each other.
Stevens, as a family and as a company, is interested in elevating this community and bringing new opportunities to this community. They value culture too, and the arts. Certainly their support of AMFA is one significant example of that.
We think the best place for this will be our atrium.
It's going to give everybody who comes through the museum an opportunity to really view and experience the car firsthand. So we think that's a great idea.
Having people see the car up close as an art form is something that really resonates with us at Williams. So we're super supportive of that idea. We really like it.
How would this approximately 800-pound car, how can it come through our doors?
The one question I've got is, what's the width of the car itself?
We do have limitations with our double doors.
We could take the front nose off, which enables the car to almost change shape and size.
Because of the size of our doors, the car will actually need to come in on its side. Once we get through the stairs, the car will be lifted onto the platform. This will be the opposite of a race. This will be a slow, steady race to the platform.
Bringing this really, really unique project opportunity to the state, to the South, that we've never been able to do before. It's exciting.
Thanks everyone for your time, and look forward to the next catch up. And yeah, really excited to see this come together. So for now, thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of your days.
Thank you.
We've got to know our friends at Stevens really, really well over the last 18 months of partnership. We have shared values. Both businesses take great pride in having a sense of community and giving back, and we felt that this was only right that we should take up the opportunity. Williams Racing is one of the longest standing teams in F1 history. We were founded on family values, and like Stevens, we share that same vision, that same family ethos. That's what really brings our two companies together, with that shared vision, family ownership, and putting the customers at the center of everything that we do.
Stevens prides itself on being family-owned, but also maybe achieving things above and beyond what people would expect an investment bank out of Little Rock, Arkansas to be able to achieve. And I think Williams' history is very similar in that way. Williams has a legacy of being family-owned and of high performance, and that's something that Stevens can relate to and aspires to.
You look back on the growth of our firm and successes that we've had, it all comes back to being in partnership with somebody and trusting somebody to do the right thing, and those have led to some great outcomes.
In working with AMFA and in working with Williams Racing, we are showcasing two very distinct relationships that we have brought together to make a very wonderful and unique exhibit for the people of Little Rock and beyond. We want people to really view Stevens as a partner, not just somebody you want to work with, but somebody you want to live next door to as well.
We believe that anybody and everybody can reap the benefits of art and should have an opportunity to experience the arts in their own community. Stevens has certainly made the commitment to make that happen for decades here in Little Rock. Every time you look at a work of art, an artist is speaking to you. An artist is introducing a new idea to you. And that can be a level of communication that can only happen in an art museum.